Hello? This is a real cool lick. I'm going to show you that employs some pull-offs, triplet pull-offs. So the lick itself is a standard blues lick. And it goes something like this. So really all that action took place between the 3rd and the 8th fret. The first part of the lick is, this is a very standard blues lick right here. 2 fingers on the E and the B, 1 finger, you can use whichever finger you feel most comfortable with, and you're pushing up on the G, which is on the 7th fret. So you hit the G on the 7th, and then you hit the B and the E string. So after you've done this, the first part, the pull-off is going to be on the B string on the 8th fret. So it goes like this. And the cool thing about it, about the lick, several cool things about it. The first thing is that it is using triplet pull-offs. So you start your lick, and then first triplet, and then a triplet, so there's 3 triplets, actually 4. And actually, when you get to this point, you can do it with a triplet here, and just go down to the C note, or the 3rd fret, 2nd string, or actually 5th string. You can do it that way, or you can throw in another triplet. And that's something that you should think about learning, this triplet pull-off. The reason you might want to learn that is when you play triplets, you're to make it very, just here it is you're playing the notes in between the dots. So you're going to be playing the flats, sharps and flats, and it gives a whole different tone to a lead. For example, if I didn't do it that way, if I did it like this, sounds fine, but this way, just more intricate. And when you start using triplet pull-offs, and then you can, that's ascending, and then you can do descending. So this whole thing of using triplets is instead of like right here, instead of using these basic notes, you're adding notes, and it gives it it's a different style, a different tone of playing. The person, and I did a video on this before, the person who to me was just unbelievable on who was just unbelievable doing triplet. It was unbelievable using triplets would have been the late Alvin Lee, who died in the spring of 2013. He was the lead guitarist, founding member of 10 Years After. And there's a cool video out there on YouTube. It's called, I think it's called, just Google 10 Years After, and I think it's called 10 Years After USA Farewell Tour, something like that. And the date on it's 1978. The whole concert is on it. And if you want to see somebody play a bunch of triplets, just insane, you need to watch that. He was, in his day, you had the Eric Claptons, you had the Jeff Becks, you had the Jimmy Pages, and at that time there was Van Halen, but in 1978, not a lot of people, that whole Van Halen-ish school hadn't really started up, and so one of the other great guitarists that when I was growing up everybody was looking at would be Alvin Lee with 10 Years After, and he was so fast. And when you get into his kind of playing the triplets, and it's just a feel to it. It's smoother. It's it's just there's a jazz thing. He had a jazz background, anyway, he's somebody that's worth looking at. So check that out on YouTube. 10 Years After, I think it's called Farewell USA Tour 1978. Check that out. You like my T-shirt? Yeah. Well, I guess in Utah this means something, huh? So anyway, the next video that I do will be with a new guitar, which I should get this week. So when I get it, I'm going to demonstrate it, and it's going to be really cool. Today, I'm using the Fender Telecaster. I've used it many times before. I have nothing but great things to say, except, Fender, there's something wrong with your engineering. You see this thing here? This thing is loose. And I had to take it in and get it worked on. And guess what? It's loose again. And when you buy a guitar, I think this was like $1,600, you shouldn't have loose stuff like that. That's an engineering deal. I don't know what the deal is, but it shouldn't be that way. Fender. Anyway, so I guess the next time I talk to you, we'll be reviewing a new guitar, which will be this coming week. Try triplets, triplet pull-offs, and watch the video on YouTube about Alvin Lee and 10 Years After.